agent on that specific map.
It worked last time, right? So I guess if it
Are you texting Tyson?
Yeah, I don't see this really changing here.
Kyedae?
I mean, Kellogg's is definitely going to play
Are you
Jet.
texting Tyson by any chance?
Crazy, but no, it's going to be those same four positions.
There it is. So we
get
the run back here. We get the run back here on ICEBOX, Doug. It was, I'll remind people, a 13-8 last
Yeah, Dapper
time
plays Sova on
around.
ICEBOX.
The real question lies in what has Shaz figured out in those VOD reviews?
What has Shaz figured out, and what can G2 do as far as momentum? Right now, like, I think momentum's where it's at.
Yeah, he always
key.
plays Sova on
What
Xbox.
happens if you play a world when this is a big ask, right? Because that assumes that Shaz can't download it in time. But what happens if you find yourself in a world where your hits are so fast and so aggressive and so hard, you know you're going to lose a couple,
Dapper,
but you're hitting them
get off your
so
phone.
hard and so
Come on,
fast
Mike.
that there's just not enough time to download.
One thing that I would like to see is Sentinels just improve the way they deal with the flanks that G2 did. Dapper's flank watch was great, but then G2 would send a lot of reinforcements, and that would catch them out quite a bit.
All right, G2, they're taking a map. Can they get two? Either way, it's got to start here on ICEBOX. Looking to take down the Titans in Sentinels. From here, we're going up to Mitch and Tom for the call.
Thank you so much,
All right, I'm gonna go pee-pee.
Wow, am I
We're back.
excited to kick this one off, Tom. This is set to be an exciting series, a rematch, of course, and you may bet your ass this is the game that these guys have been looking forward to all tournament long.
This is a game I've been looking forward to all tournament long. Like, we got to watch it the first time, and I was like, are we going to see G2 match up? Because that's always going to be the question when we see Sentinels. I know you've got the pink in your hair because you love Sentinels, Mitch. Like, they're your favorite team.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
People are saying it looks a little bit red, but yeah.
Wow.
This is the squad that basically everybody is looking to beat. G2, they did relatively well last time. Now we get to see if they can maybe go a little further.
Yeah, as much as we love to sell the EUNA rivalry, we love to participate in the jokes. We love both of these teams. Watching Sentinels is always a pleasure, but Tom, now we get to cast them. And here on the defensive side of ICEBOX, they look to take down G2. It was a tough series last time around, but so far, they maintain that unbeatable record when it comes to international events.
Aw, thanks Eric for the 11 months.
It was this one last time. I think that was the one thing that we have to put out there is that if G2 are going to have a chance in this series, I think they need to take this map, and they've got off to a decent start. They've managed to take down Dapper. A couple of players already rotated in. It's early in the day, but they're going to get themselves the after plant, and more importantly, the wall has kept them safe.
The players have had their warm-ups. You can see that.
Yeah, I need one too.
But surely, this is where Sentinels start to mount that comeback quite quickly into the site. Sick, wanting to move through the wall. Doesn't want to overextend. Nukia already picking up Shazam. This becomes so difficult for Sentinels to hold on.
Hey.
G2 just keep on coming. With only one player taken down, this pistol is so close to flawless to kick off ICEBOX.
Yeah, really solid start for G2. I think that's always going to be important, especially when we talk about Kellogg's as an individual player. Like, he's someone that thrives off of these battles in the early stages. If he can get rolling, maybe we can see a battle where he actually puts himself to the forefront of this team, because that's the main thing. Like, when we look towards someone like TenZ, well, I think he's currently the second highest rated player in the entire tournament. I think he's had the best map so far in the entire tournament. So we have to go and say that we expect TenZ to show up throughout the series. Kellogg's has always been a question mark. Now, he's had a good tournament.
All right, I'm back.
Had some really solid matches.
How's it going?
But he needs to be on his best form here today if they're going to compete.
Yeah, there's no room.
Are you cheering for
error.
G2?
There's no room to be a little bit more relaxed.
No.
For G2, they need every single player to show up, and it does definitely start by looking at that head-to-head between Kellogg's and TenZ or Shazam, considering the last time we saw Sentinels play, he has a couple of good maps as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's some unbelievable stats. And I think, especially when you look at the defensive side of this map in particular, that A side basically comes down to the TenZ and Shazam show. These aggressive pushes, these battles deep into A. And that's why you're going to see these slower rounds out from G2. These defaults held to make sure that they're not losing too much map control. And in fact, in this one, Sentinels have actually gambled into the A site. And unfortunately for them, G2 are going B.
Yeah, G2 are going to get a nice open site to walk on into. Be nice and clean and getting the plant down and retaking in with classics and your odd Sheriff. Won't exactly be ideal.
So I'm not even allowed to say I love the man?
Around is not what
No, not at all.
Obviously, they'll take it if it comes in. But for the most part, they're looking to do damage. And
you agreed to this.
G2 have Nukia watching the flank with a pistol in hand. Him going down would be the biggest of deals. He's got Kyedae here to help him, just to make sure that they don't give away any unnecessary advantages. Great nade, Satchel to pursue as well. But you don't want to get too aggressive here, Tom. That could play right into the hands of the Pistol, who are now right below him. Luckily, Nuke is able to deal with that. And the important thing for me, looking at that situation, is not just that G2 survive with
Kyedae is currently doing a challenge chat where on the first map she's not allowed to compliment Tyson in any way, or she'll have to gift 100 subscriptoronis.
Yeah, it means they could, in fact, maybe invest into a rifle alongside all the SMGs.
Let's see how that goes.
Tyson isn't even that good anyways, guys. Let's be real here.
Going to be anything here that can actually boost them into this round.
Tyson ain't that good.
3 away, like by that point,
yeah, true.
you almost look at the round and go, well, you kind of done a lot there. Do you want to invest it anyway? Now, for the other side of things, this is where we get the purchases for Sentinels.
All right, Tyson's about to pop up now.
They're going to be able to take a little bit more
He's about to pop up
around and make sure that, well, basically, they don't have too many casualties.
Well, exactly. This is the bonus round for G2.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Chad, I'm so much better than Tyson. True.
Sheriff, of course. So they'll be looking to just come out of here with a couple of scalps. You can see how passive
I look like a
Sentinels
controller
are taking
player
it towards
compared
the
to him.
extremities, but around middle, they are looking to get aggressive. Sick started to push down through the tube, and we saw that Tens was getting a little bit itchy to move forward as well, but they decide against it with a minute left, realizing this isn't a full B commitment, that there's still players outside the A site, and they'll just tuck in and wait to take those ranged fights.
Yeah, it almost looks like they're playing a bit more of a retake.
I'm peeking over at your camera occasionally to check how much you're struggling.
Dash out of there, and especially after being tagged, I'm actually quite surprised he's sticking around.
Wait, what?
It's going to pick him
On the
up.
bonus?
A weapon in the backline.
What?
Kellogg's has just found another onto Dapper.
Oh,
this bonus
Tyson
is
though.
looking incredible. They need Tens to go huge. Luckily
He
for
needs
him,
to go real big.
well, I was going to say he's going to be but Nuki timed him.
Yeah, he caught him, got right up in his face as he came out and dismissed him. What was a very weak round for G2. Spectres for the most part, a Marshall and a Sheriff, and they've only lost the pistol yet again. But Zom's desperately trying to pull this one back. He'll go down, and that is the freest round.
They just got ecoed. Lol.
Came in with a Sheriff. Him dying means nothing. The rest of the team get free upgrades over to your Phantoms, your Vandals. And I don't mind Shazam
what a
going
shot,
out because
actually.
he tried to catch really good timing. As he was being pinged, he gets pinged the first time, and they'll think, okay, he's going to run back. He tries to swing out, obviously with the intention of, oh, I've got the dash.
You're doing great. Keep it up, Kyedae.
Taken down before he could even get to his keyboard.
The only thing there is
The girlfriend buff is gone.
Maybe in a buy round, I'd agree. I just think it's the risk when you have a rifle that it just seemed a little bit more peculiar with G2 being able to almost just stack up against him.
Stop them getting close at the same time, though. You know those Spectres, 3 of them come running around the corner.
Oh,
and
they're
the only
stacking
real
A, though.
was when you're, well,
They're reading this
you're
correctly.
looking over towards the Marshall, which obviously was still able
Is
to
the
connect.
camera seeing offense too?
Still online as well. He's playing with the Marshall right now, and you can see that G2 are sensing a weakness.
We need another
Moving towards
picture
this
back,
A side,
Jonas.
but Sentinels have
Not
stacked
this
up.
time. He's on his own.
Over, looking to try and lock this off. Tens managed to bypass the wall, but wasn't able to connect the shots necessary.
Oh, mixed well.
Wait. 2 players and completely whiffs. Luckily, Kyedae is there with a triple. Again, looking like a relatively clean round for the side of G2's. Credit stacked up, and
That was
it's
awkward.
only really Zoms that can make this costly.
No
Yeah,
boyfriend
Kellogg's
buff
having
from
the
Joe.
Marshall as well. He can potentially grab an upgrade to a rifle. I'm surprised he's staying way back in spawn, watching for the flank. The most important thing for me, though, especially if Kellogg's doesn't save the rifle, any damage that Zoms can get from this point would be huge. Because G2 have gotten away with near flawless rounds the whole way through, including their bonus. And if Sentinels get no damage done here, well, then you're going to be in a spot where it's going to be very hard to break G2's economy.
Bonus give
Also
Tens the
Zoms.
boyfriend buff?
Probably just
Nope.
going to try and take one with him.
Not
die
today.
To the spike. There's no real value in holding on to the Sheriff, and in fact, Kellogg's is going to pick him off instead. So now we start looking at that ultimate economy as a little bit more deadly, because that's the thing. This is a round for G2. Well, I wouldn't be bothered if
Kellogg's
they
is
sort of
pretty
spam
close
their
to ultimate here,
ultimates.
I
This is the first
think.
time we're going to see what I would call a proper 4x for Sentinels. We know how impactful Shazam's operator can be, especially with,
Yeah, he's
for
one
example,
off his
that
ult,
position
and
earlier
he's
he
got
was
an
playing.
op.
If he has an
Yeah.
operator there, he gets the kill and he dashes out.
How's it
of
going,
there
Kyedae?
99% of the time. So it's a spot now
Oh
where
my
if
God.
they can use that Hunter's Fury to get an opener, if they can maybe get
Everyone's
the Blade
saying
Storm
stop
and
the
almost
bet.
one-trick him out of the round,
Nope.
that would
Nope.
be a huge
We
start
don't do
for
that
them.
here.
And 5-0 on the attacking
No.
side, we know that G2's
She's
always
gonna
been
show how
strong
strong
in this
she
attack,
is.
but this would be
Oh,
something
shit.
different, and Shazam's already dead.
Damn.
That was like 8 seconds in.
We talked about Shazam's operator. Obviously, Kellogg's has
Stop
bought
the
up his
count.
own, and now he's the only offer left
She is
on the server. For the
disassociating.
time
It's her
being,
strat.
at least. A man advantage for G2, claimed by Nukia, who's still walking forward,
Sense.
looking
Oh,
for more
damn.
victims and finding
I'm
more
gonna
that nade is
cry.
straight
to
on
the
the-
backside.
cry, I'm
And the
gonna
Hunter's
cry.
Fury, it will not connect for the kill, but the nade will. That is glorious for G2. 4 versus 2, and Sick can't even get a kill
Damn.
on the board. Again, it's Zom's left to 1v4 retaken. Oh, well, it doesn't look like he's gonna get anything
wow.
either. 4K out of Nukia. What if G2
Wait,
had
take
for
the op.
breakfast this
Why are they
morning?
not taking the op? What?
This is Sentinels playing, right? Like, I can't believe what I'm witnessing. Like, I'm not even sure if Nuki's actually died yet. He's just been running riot. Every single aggressive player has been completely shut down. They're making the openers onto this site in
I don't know why I
particular
didn't pick
look
up the op
incredibly
there.
easy. And yeah, as I said, at the moment, this doesn't look like Sentinels.
We've had the conversation many times when it comes to the EMEA region about Nukia, about him potentially
Already have one?
one of the best
Ah.
players in
Kyedae
the world.
confirms
And you're seeing him
Sentinel's
here on the
secret
international
weapon.
stage. He has had one hell of a tournament so far. And the start to this map, lightning fast. Let's see what else they can do. Now, just up against the pistols yet again, but Sentinels are starting to roll the dice and take some risks. They've pushed B, they've pushed mid, and they're seeing no one here. G2 might be about to get trapped in.
They do have the flank being watched, though. Kellogg's is more than aware, and with that push coming through, it might start to make them hesitate a little bit whether they continue this push, but to be honest, they're continuing to find all the openers they could possibly need. They're just ripping apart this site. It may have been a stack, it may have been a flank,
Jesus.
but wow, G2 just get through it, no problem.
This is an unbelievable start. I mean, Sentinels are looking hard nerfed. I wouldn't be surprised if coming out of this round, you get a pause out of this defensive side team.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, when is the
time
timeout coming? Yo, chat, we have a flawless Prime Gaming.
A fantastic job.
Wanna get some
and in
Prime Gaming
particular,
subs in the
Nukia
chat?
on those openings, but for Sentinels,
2 of their players haven't died.
I think they're doing you a
normally
favor,
they would at
Kyedae.
least
They're
connect a
just
couple of shots to make these rounds
finishing
costly, and
the
instead of Prime Gaming flawless
map a
comes
bit
out,
quicker
and
so you can go
G2
back to cheering on
already
them.
had a bunch of money. Now they are stacked with credits.
Well, Kellogg's having a great time. I almost wonder if Ocelot right now is just saying, can we get that plane back in the air? We get it back in the air. Like, we got memed for it, we got owned for it, but I feel like it's always good to make these
gonna be
sort
flying
of...
If I see this curly-headed fuck dancing one more time, Sean.
I know he's close by.
I know what you
You
mean.
imagine a nice little selfie
hell?
with his nice little G2 stamp that they put on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, graffitis.
What the
Well,
hell?
for Sentinels, this is a full buy. Shazam with the operator yet again. And you'll notice he's not quite playing as aggressive as he did before. Maybe a little bit scared of running into Nukia. 10 certainly should have
getting
been,
dodged.
because he has been shut down to start. Dapper pops off the Hunter's Fury. Very little
Oh
found,
my God.
But Kellogg's so close to death. 26 HP as he dashes on out. And they've already burned up their heals, so it's going to be a while before he
Oh,
gets
blast
back up to
back. Raise blast back ult incoming.
Kenza's gone down. They still have this bait and switch. You can see Sick has gone into a far more aggressive
I don't think I
position
know
than what
hating
we've
on
seen
Kellogg's
before. It
Smogs.
does seem
It was a
like
joke.
Kenza's started to be
Okay.
predicted quite often now by the side of G2, but with
Oh,
Big Soul
shit.
falling, there seems like a chance.
Oh, here we go.
Nukia's just on one today. Sick, as said, he's in a prime position
Yeah,
to
here he
do a
comes.
fair amount of damage, but now the showstopper
Oh.
comes through and catches him on the
Free
edge of the wall, leaving just 2 men standing for the side of Sentinels.
So well played so far by
Dapper
G2
needs to
in
go
a
big here.
4v2 yet again. Dapper and Zoms,
Oh,
we've seen
he
it
can-
so many times, but here's a successful start. Zoms left in the 1v3. Kellogg still low, but he has that operator, and he has the angle. 7-0, a dominant start for the EMEA side. And this is not something that I think
Hey,
anyone
Kyedae,
would
at
have
least
seen
they're
coming.
making it a lot
Shazam, having
easier
2
for you to
operators
not
bought
cheer
up,
on
is
Tyson
still
right
to
now.
get on the board.
He's got 1 kill.
I feel like Tenz's stats are about to be ruined. Like, he's been averaging, I think over 300 ACS for the entirety of the tournament so far.
Kyedae, we're giving you a round?
This is weird.
One round? One round? You guys are okay with one round?
I'm uncomfortable watching G2 do this well. And not because it's like, oh, G2 hate or anything like that, but just
What? Chat! What?
Maybe, no, not this round.
You can't go back.
No, we don't do this? Okay, never mind.
Couple of knives. What's he got? 2
No?
left
Okay.
to work with. It's gonna be a little bit tough now for him. That ultimate.
No.
You can
Headshot
gift 100
refresh.
subs,
Now,
and then you can tier a
What I
lot.
want to say was G2 versus F4Q. You saw the adaptations they made.
Yeah.
They worked so hard on improving their game. And so far, it's been working out for them in this series as well. Shazam connects the Koldamenta, though. That's the pick that they needed. He's got all the blades back up, and that's the difference maker in a round like this, where they don't even have a rifle to play around.
Kellogg's already taking a lot of map control. I think Dapper will have heard him, so he's going to be.
It is an
wary of his
attacker-sided map,
flank
though,
and-
so
Oh, maybe not expecting Kellogg's to be that far forward.
it's not impossible to come back from this,
The
you know?
remaining players walking away. This could be a pretty big moment for him, but Mixel's in the spawn. He's just sat all the way back, just ratting it as far as he can. And now they're going to try and put some pressure onto Zoms. Now, he popped his ultimate at the beginning of the round. Shazam will close out the lurk, but
Nice, Shaz.
he needs to get something done here.
was
Luckily,
big.
this weapon at close range, it can work.
30 seconds left as they dive on in, but they've already bypassed him. Going up above as well, the site is now theirs. The res on a Dapper might not mean much if Zoms goes down, and he will. Walking out of the Viper's pit and being dropped straight away. Man advantage no longer in their favor. Shazam wants to get the opening, but does he know that right up above is Mixwell, waiting to catch Dapper as he comes on through. There's the kill for Shazam, and Sick manages to save his life.
Okay.
Now they should have their first round.
I'm surprised they haven't done the timeout yet.
To say about
There we
it,
go.
And he doesn't. Welcome to the scoreboard as Sentinels hit 1.
It took them quite a bit of time. Definitely one of the shakier rounds that we've seen for G2. Players being caught off here and there, but some solid kills coming through in the retake. And of course, well, Shazam, it didn't take too long.
Not
for
gonna
it
lie
to
to
do
you, I
it,
feel like a
but
part of
at
me
least
is
a little
dead.
bit on that,
Yeah, I mean, there weren't many.
But just
wasn't much of a lead
just
to catch
cancel
up on,
it.
let's say it that way. The fact that Mixwell,
Okay.
you know, a little bit too
Copium.
slow. He was waiting for Dapper
good.
to walk on through. He was hearing the shots out of that frenzy. And that small gap that was left open for them to walk out the door. They grab the kill to Avova. They overrun the site.
Guys,
That's
are we
what
good
needed
to?
see
I'm gonna
from
do one
Sentinels.
round.
That was on a weak bind now.
No,
and a
wait,
big
I got a
difference maker was
solution.
the fact that Kellogg's played so
Wait.
aggressive. He was starting to ego
That's
them.
like-
I mean, with 7 rounds, you can't really
There you
play
go.
them. But now we need to see
No,
that
no,
much
no,
shit
no,
for
no,
again.
no,
We need to see
Jonas!
Sentinels make
Go
it
cheer
work
for
when
Tens.
G2
No.
are playing overconfident.
Go
Now,
cheer for
they-
Tens. Come on, cheer for
Okay.
him. Stop being so
Shazam goes to
sad.
push
Oh
his
my
Right
God,
now.
thank
back
you.
by snake bite. They're doing well.
Cheer for him.
Oh, guys, please. Oh my God.
Just stop being sad and cheer on your
Okay.
boyfriend. He needs you. Come on.
Alright, Ty,
Come on.
let's go.
The bet is off.
I love you.
Rotations, but this time it's looking like G2 might just pick up the pace.
It certainly
on.
does. Nuki is watching.
You
for
guys
the
are
flank
better
play,
than
holding
gold
it down,
too.
Might be caught on the cross,
Okay.
and he'll be on his way because Sick has already been taken down. But there it is.
Yes,
Shazam
nice try.
trading it back, taking out the star player for G2 in this map so far. That could be a huge blow to the attacking side, but they have got the spike planted. Time is on their side, and as it ticks away ever faster, Sentinels need to make this B retake work. It hasn't been successful for them so far, but they haven't had this kind of weaponry in the past.
This is the Avova spot. This is one of those positions where he sticks.
Nice,
in
Ty.
Tens on a late flank. He's been spotted. They're expecting him now, but could act as a bit of a
Let's fucking go!
Just drop 3
You're
players.
fucking sexy!
And his
Look at this shit!
He's not going to achieve anything. Another solid retake. Saying it seems like they found their footing.
This is where G2 might get a little bit worried, you know.
Oh my
Sentinels
God, you
bringing
don't
life
understand
back
how
into their
horrible
game.
that was,
Tens
guys. It was
activated
so
in that little
bad.
two-piece that he found
I
towards
can't.
B1. Now you notice that
I
G2
swear
Kyedae.
the
dog
Vipers kept
awake.
the line for a couple of
Thank
rounds.
I
you.
felt
They had
so
the A
bad.
and B side and
I
didn't
was
use it
looking
there
at
to
you,
secure the round
just like
and ended up
in
losing
complete
some
silence
I think at this
for
point,
like the
they're
first
gonna start
8
to
rounds,
reassess this.
and I was just like,
A little bit of
no,
back and
this is
forth
not
by
worth
the
it.
boys.
Not at
Getting
all.
their
Just
chance
fucking
to return. I
stop.
like it. But this is where
It's not
G2
worth it.
need to reassess things. Still yet to see the walls come out, which I'm quite surprised.
Oh, thank you
considering how
guys for
things
all the
have been going.
subs.
Well, for now,
I
at
can't.
least.
Oh,
Both sides still with the
Oh.
purchase.
Preet.
All right.
Again, they're gonna be
Preet.
waiting outside
Thank you for the
B4,
50
and he's got
gifted.
mid
All right.
is going to be the main hold
There's your
at least in the
100.
early stages of the round.
There's
Maybe
your
expecting
100,
a
guys.
pace change once again from
Now
G2,
cheer for your
trying to go
boyfriend.
for
He needs
something into
it.
mid, 'cause most of the time, especially
Kyedae
on
looks like your
defaults,
puppy
fighting
got
the
kicked. I
extremities,
did.
giving space to Nuke
Come
to
on,
look for
Ty.
openings. He's going to be spotted by the drone. He's got to be careful.
Imagine it.
Easy for you,
Now, but
baby.
10 seizes the space right away.
Oh.
Gonna pursue it too far.
Our boyfriend is so good at this game.
To get
Thank
word.
you, Alexander, for the 5
Tom's in
gifted as
position
well.
behind yellow. He can be isolated. The
You
cross
guys
is
don't
being watched by
understand.
Shazam, but
It
there's
just
no way
pains
they'll
me.
go across without a Viper wall down. In fact, it looks like there's no way they'll go across at all.
Yeah, of course he's our boyfriend, Chad. What do you mean?
Yeah, our boyfriend, guys. Don't
Towards the
worry.
spawn.
Yeah,
Oh,
come
I
on.
think you
Sharing
for
is
the 5
caring.
gifted.
They're going to try and send... Well, it seemed like they were going to send Mixwell through mid. But instead, he's going to double back.
Chad, imagine if this was just an elaborate play from the get-go to bait
Dapper
subs.
through the
Because, you know,
remaining
that's
players,
my
also gonna
entire
make their move, and as
kind
the
of
screen goes
strategy,
down,
right?
it looks to try and section the site in two. But G2,
What if
they
this
don't
was
have a
my
lot of
plan
time
all
here,
along?
and they've given Dapper a slight angle.
Oh.
Bot gives away his position.
Nice.
Flashbacks, but somehow
Look at us
he's
go,
able
look
to
at us
get a kill
go.
from that position.
Look at us
Still
go.
They need to
alive.
plant.
Our
They need to
Sentinels gain the
plant.
man advantage,
They need to
and there's
plant.
so little time left. G2 are
He
just
needs to
being
plant. He's
totally
fucked.
pressured, and
What?
by the looks of it taken down, Avova
What's going
somehow
on?
able to stay alive. He's getting
No.
his spike planted. Kellogg's has come in with 2, and all of a sudden it's down to Sick. He has to clutch this one out. No idea where Avova might have
They don't
gone.
know he's
The
there,
rock
though.
could be in
If he gets
play, and
Kellogg's
he's
here.
about to get peeked out by Kellogg's
I don't think
on
Kellogg's
the
expects
off.
this.
This is so tough. He needs an opportunity to take a
Oh,
duel and a
shit.
close shot, but a whiff. Now as the time ticks away, Sick.
Oh,
Reposition.
NT. Wait, Kellogg's is so good. He
Put an
holds.
eighth on the board.
No, that was.
Yeah.
Doing a
Wow,
fantastic
insane.
job of
Yeah,
bouncing
He's
that
very
was good
smart.
from Kellogg's.
This is a phrase
That's
I never
very
thought
good
I'd
from
say,
Kellogg's,
but
actually.
Sentinels are being outclassed.
It's okay.
That's what
G2
we're
get
currently
one
witnessing.
more,
Normally they're
and
the
then
team to
Sentinels
win
get one
these
more
2v4s,
for the 9-3
3v4s,
curse, and then we
2v1s,
win
whatever
it.
you name it.
Wah,
They're the
wah,
ones to come
wah.
out on top, and Kellogg's, he is on
Sentinels
form. I
on
mentioned him at the
attack on
beginning of
this
the
map
series,
is
like, if
insane,
they're gonna
though,
have
so it
a
doesn't
good
really
game,
matter.
if they're going to be
Oh.
able to challenge versus the previous
Just 1 sec.
champions,
Be right
this
back.
man needs to be on form. And, well, boy, is he on form.
I'm sorry, chat. I tried to, like,
You look at that situation,
tell her
I mean,
to,
there
like,
was no
not
way
break,
in my mind
but it
that
wasn't
went
actually
G2's way.
worth it.
No?
4v2,
Like,
lockdown, 10 seconds
it
left. They can't
it wasn't
show
actually
off the
worth it
spike
to see
plants,
her
and
suffer.
somehow
It
Avova
like
maneuvers around. His
physically
timing is perfect.
He gets the kill
And
while
it
advancing
physically
in the
made
first
me
Absolutely. And then just
feel the
about
pain, you
manages to
know?
evade Six,
Because like at start it was like a haha
position
funny
in the
joke,
sidelines as he moves
funny
around the side,
joke.
gets the
She
spike
can't
planted.
compliment
Kellogg's with a
him,
double kill,
and
stop them from pushing
then I
down
saw
and
like
killing
literally
Avova.
this
Like,
this isn't even good content anymore. This is just painful because they were losing so much. And I was just, you know what? What if I just give
Now we have to
50
see
and then
how
we just
Sentinels
call
are
it a
gonna break
dub?
back from it, 'cause I think the last time we witnessed this map, it was an 8-4 attacking side half for G2. That was enough for them to get it over the line, even though we can sometimes see those attacking comebacks.
Oh, what
I feel
happened,
like
Jonas?
Sentinels, at
You
a
good?
minimum, need the 4. Like,
I'm good.
Realistically, it's still not going to be the best.
Don't
of
worry,
halves for them,
we
but
were just
there
being
would still at
real
least
for
be
a little bit.
possibility. Say, for
Okay.
example, they lost the pistol, but at this stage, well, there hasn't been consistency from them. It was a couple of rounds, both in terms of
No,
retakes,
you're the
so their
best,
actual
chat.
holds of the site haven't
You're
been
the
exactly
best.
going well. This time as well, they even had some sneaky angles behind the utility of G2, which caught G2, and they still lost
Right
it.
after this map, we'll get you some food.
We all
okay?
know Hypoc loves to see
Okay,
those
thanks.
retakes get started, but he hasn't seen them
Actually,
at
wait.
all
I should
so
go get him
far.
food real quick.
Sentinels,
I'll be right back, guys.
You've had those 2 rounds that came through, but losing out, I think, arguably more than we've seen them up till now.
Does 10's hit footsteps.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he might just about have caught them. Shazam's ready with the operator for a quick kill. And he's not even the point man on this round. He'll take first contact, but now it's all about buying time with Tanz's flank. And the question is, does anyone on G2 look back towards their spawn? And for now, the answer is definitively no.
Yeah, they've also stacked up the remaining players. There's even one watching into mid just to try and hold off the flank. This is being perfectly played at the moment by Sentinels. They have them trapped, and G2 have to try and fight out. Mixer, though, has been able to find one. And this could give them at least a little bit of space. The problem, though, is the spike has currently dropped all the way back towards 10. So he's called for that little bit of extra support. Shazam, though, he misses his shot.
It's going to be tagged up
Is
massively.
the noise skate on?
Has to
I'm
be so
sorry.
cautious about any future fights that he wants to take. Waiting for his teammates to rotate into position.
I'm just
for
trying to
G2.
give some musical powers. It cut out? Oh, I'm sorry.
Pretty tough. And Nuke knows that he's about to run into a couple of players. 10
Oh.
shutting him down. A third kill
Oh yeah, the
for
9-3
that
curse
man
is
in this
coming.
round, and that pretty much cements the save for G2. If Mixwell finds an opportunity right away, sure, maybe they go for it, but instead he runs right into the operator of Sentinels. It is 8-3.
Let's go, Tyson!
For Sentinels, but if they find this one, they're still
You guys see that op shot?
I think that's the first time we've actually seen Thames pop off as well.
4K,
So that in
let's
itself
go.
could be a difference maker. Like the first time I think the G2 haven't caught him.
Our
as he tried to
boyfriend
get
is
a
so
little bit
good.
aggressive. We saw in a lot of the early
He is,
rounds.
he's
Like there
amazing.
was the pipes position that he just got killed, I think, 3 or 4 times
He went
in
to
a
8
row.
rounds without a kill in total this half, so that's...
It's been rough,
bizarre.
that's for sure, but the fact that he's now found that 4K, that's more of
It's
a danger
impossible
me
to
than
lose
anything
when you have the
else.
boyfriend and girlfriend buff at the same time, to be
That was
honest.
2K before, it was clean, you saw his aim get warmed up, and now coming in with 4. This is where Tans becomes revitalized. Shazam, operator in hand. This is another shot, and Zoms goes down the B site under threat. City
Oh, shit.
has rotated in, so
Oh,
Shazam
shit.
tries to get back, but he's caught on the cross. Sick left waiting in the sidelines.
Okay.
No
It's a
res in
9-3
play for them
curse if
coming
they
into
win
this
anyways, so it
final
doesn't
round.
matter to me.
Kellogg's,
Oh.
he's forced back. He can't cover the plans, but we will have a Viper's Pit activated. That will buy them some
Oh,
space.
if he
but
tags
Dapper
Viper
can
here,
manage
that's
to find
huge.
Mixwell here and grab a
Oh.
tag.
That was
Could be
interesting.
huge. But instead,
Yeah.
they're using it as a
It was probably
bait.
just checking if
They're
someone
running
pushed
away
close.
towards the A
Yeah,
site,
probably.
just leaving Kellogg's here. with
Oh
a
my
bulldog
God,
in
what a
hand. He's going
fake.
to try to shut these
Are
guys
you
Yeah.
down.
kidding?
Oh, this is just the biggest bait of all time.
Tens
They,
walked past
they've
him.
actually watched in mid as well. They think that there's going to be players. The
Oh
only problem
my
here could be that
God.
they actually get caught from behind. Nuclear. Oh, he's going back! Tens is like, oh, it must be going towards the B site. Sentinels are completely lost in this round. And now he's going to go running through the spawn.
Oh,
and
no.
Nuclear's just waiting for him.
Wow.
This is glorious from G2. Leaving
Okay,
just Dapper
that was well
standing
played.
to try
That was
and
really
pull
That
well
was
out
so
played.
Ludicrous
smart.
clutch.
Yeah.
And he will not
Yeah.
even get a moment to think about that. Mixwell shutting
okay,
him down.
9-3 curse,
Third
guys.
kill of the round, and it's 9-3. Sentinels completely
matter.
blindsided, assuming that it was about to be a mid-split into the B site, and they found out the hard way that it
Easy
certainly
for
wasn't.
us.
No,
Guys,
I actually can't
easy
believe
for
what we've just
us.
witnessed in this half. It's one of those matches where
This
you
is a
think
tweet.
that
The 9-3
realistically
curse is
it's
about
back
to
be
and
put
forth,
to
and
the
sure,
test.
G2 managed to take it
Copium.
last time, but well, we got another half to go, I guess.
Yes, we do, and you know what?
9
I think
is all they
Sentinels are
get.
gonna need a breather after that
Copium.
one. Maybe we do too. Let's toss it over to the desk to get some of their opinions on how this one's been going.
Thank you very much, gents. It's looking mighty familiar to the last time around, and in fact, G2 will just do us one better there, Doug. A 9-3 half compared to an 8-4 the last time they were on the attacking side of ICEBOX against Sentinels.
Almost like there's like a glitch in the Matrix, right? It's like we've been here before, but you're right, just slightly better.
They got the script from the other day and they mixed it up with the
Oh,
one that was
who's 0 and 11?
days
Yeah, yeah.
ago.
And then somebody came running on stage like, you can't repeat it. You got to do something
The our
different.
producer's
Who's 0 and
gonna be
11?
like, okay guys, just
Zoms?
come on,
Oh,
pretend. We gotta
Oh,
Just
no.
eke out one more, eke out one more. But I love the way in which it's happening so far, Doug, because it's very much the way we were hoping it would. And in fact, this is
okay,
our
guys.
Verizon high-speed moment of the day because it comes from Nuclear.
Zoms Nation, let's be
It's
over here.
7 rounds straight for G2. Him leading the charge, the kind of speed and aggression we thought would be the difference maker.
How
we
good
talked
does
about
it
how for
feel
G2
to
it
not
kinda
have to
feels
hold
like
in
their
an
way
I
enemy?
hated
has
that.
to be momentum.
I'm
They
thinking
were
50%
consistent
back.
in the first half. They're able to
No,
rattle
you're
that off to
not.
a 7-0
Yes, I am.
start, and Nukier,
No.
7
Oh my
I
God.
I
by
caught
round
your
6.
pain.
He had
I
10's
was
number on A
watching you
for what felt like an eternity.
suffer, and it
And it
killed
also just
me.
really felt like
Literally
G2 had so
killed
much
me.
vigilance in this first
I could have
half of
done
the
it,
game,
it just
you know, like even all the
it
way
just-
back
It
to
wasn't worth
round number
it.
2 on the anti-eco.
It's I know you
could've-
really good.
Yeah,
I knew
but
you could have done it.
Chat,
You
do you
proved
guys
your
believe
point.
me now?
Come in
Do you
from
guys
Sentinels,
believe me
which
that I
they
could do
did
it?
try to do,
I-
not very successfully.
I knew you could
Every
do
time
it,
they tried to
but
burst
that's
into
why
the
I
A
just
side,
called
there
the bet
was always
off.
so
There's no
much
point in
support on what it
continuing.
was that Nuclear
It
was
was very
doing.
clear
You
that
had
you
Kellogg's
could do
kind
it.
of
That's
coming up from
what
behind,
fucking
Nuclear
killed
going
me.
in at the front. You know, there
You
were a
guys,
couple of
none of you
moments
guys believe me?
like,
You're
like
saying
Dapper
no?
managing to survive behind that Viper's wall. What
the heck was that?
I don't really know what that was. And I think once Sentinels actually started to get a
Yeah,
handle
she
on
said
their
she
economy,
won in one
that's where
round,
they
and then
put
I
in a
said
couple
no,
of
and then she
rounds.
said fine, I'll
Tens
do
have
it.
a couple of good rounds, but
she-
for the most part, the
I was the one who
vigilance
called it
from
off, not
G2
her.
was incredibly good.
But now, Doug, it's about wrapping it up, right? You can't rest on your laurels. You still got to get 4 more rounds to bring you to 13 and take it. Do you think they can wrap it up?
Oh,
in
my
clean fashion
lord.
here on the back half?
I do, but it's gonna have to be clean, right? Like you can't afford any mistakes. You give Sentinels an inch,
And they keep
they'll
me
take
for
the
the 1,000.
All right, don't give them any breathing room, G2, if you want to take
And
this
thank you,
back
Alex,
number 1. Mitch and Tom, right back to you to get us into the
Henry
action.
for the sub, and thank you, Callum, for the 2 months, and thank you, MZ Bamzy.
Well,
for
we're
the
ready
prime.
to jump back into half number 2, and let's hope hope that there's plenty for Sentinels to do. They have 3 rounds on the board coming out of the first. And you know what? We talk a lot about the 9-3 curse.
How'd I look, chat?
Maybe G2 have done themselves in on this one.
Yeah, Vansili has been trying
Like
his
a
best.
fuckboy.
He's been praying to anybody can to try and get Sentinels back into this map. So we'll see. Maybe
what
he
if
has managed to
what if I do it
G2,
like this?
in which case...
Ew, even worse. Get that shit off your head.
You might be ruining our series
up?
at that point.
Well, Pistol
up?
certainly hasn't started
You call
out
me
poorly.
Ralphie?
They've managed to
Oh,
take
God.
down 10s yet again, shutting him down in the early half of the previous map and doing just the same here in the Pistol. Sentinels are gearing up for a beat.
Or maybe like the
Their wall is going to be going
what
up
is
in
he
just a
called?
second.
The guy in X-Men,
They pop up their wall, they close
Cyclops,
the distance, and
you know?
now it's popped that wall.
he's got these glasses.
Oh, Sick is going all the way through. Of course, he doesn't have the ice wall to play with, so they need
Hey,
to be a bit
I'm
more
Cyclops.
aggressive than you'd normally expect.
Yo.
And it works out to take Nuke down, but the shock dart returns the kill.
Still behind the screen. I think Mixwell's expected them to be a little bit further forward, so just
3
waiting
versus
for the
4.
screen to go down to give them that little bit of extra space. They'll pop theirs back up, but it seems like G2 at the moment is still just looking back towards the A side, just in case there's been that fallout, that fallback. But it's still going to be a pretty awkward spot. One being spotted will allow Kellogg's to try and reposition and take the battle, but Shazam has taken out Mixwell.
That's huge. Viper utility for retake taken out, but so is Shazam. It keeps on trading back in G2's favor. Sentinels need a big play, and with Zombs on 2 health, he's going to struggle to get anything done.
Yeah,
Sick
easy.
has to be the clutch man of the round. A 1v2, 10 seconds left, and very little that he can get done. Double digits hit by G2
Oh my God.
as they hit 10-3.
I can't believe what I'm watching. We have literally gone for a team not losing a single map at the last LAN event to potentially losing back-to-back ICEBOXes versus G2, and in a fashion that we never expected.
And you know what, Kellogg's, a player that we highlighted to start this out, we said, you know, his battle versus 10s, maybe even his battle versus Shazam, he's got 18 kills coming out of that pistol round. That is phenomenal. And for a young player who had a lot of question marks around his name coming into this event, coming into this team, in fact, before we even get to
this
Masters,
is the first map.
he is delivering exactly what everybody hoped he would.
Sure, and in fact, we're actually going to see a force spike coming out of Sen. I think they've realized that this
They
stage of the
just
map,
force
they need to get in
bot.
and they need to get back
They
into
need
it
this
now.
round.
Fast
They
push coming in
100% need
on
this round.
towards the
Yeah.
A side. Spike actually leading the charge.
Okay.
Nice.
But instead, Sick will win himself the duel.
A lot bought up for
I don't think they
Sentinels.
expected
They're looking to
this
get
force
some
buy.
value out of it. Plans coming through. Avova has the flank, but it's being watched. Tens not able to connect Avova, even predicting the position correctly. Dapper up above. Will be slowed down, and Nuke is picking up doubles on the site. This is falling apart for Sentinels. An absolute disaster. Zombs tries to step it up, but he's so low he'll be dealt with easily, as will Dapper.
They look-
and this is 11
God.
They look
G2.
completely
Despite
outplayed.
investment coming out
And
of
I don't
Sentinels,
know.
they get
I can't say why. They look like they're not on.
11-3?
Yeah.
That does not matter.
No, G2 are looking very composed. I think this is one of the things that we have to talk about when this roster, if you go back to even the early challenges before we even get to EMEA, there were moments where they looked like they were in the driver's seat and they crumbled. They would give away jewels, they would lose fights in certain positions, and rounds would slip away from them.
Oh yeah, he
Instead,
plays
they
with the
lose
mouse on the
opening
left
pick
side.
here. Do they
Yeah,
panic?
it's kinda
Do
crazy.
they like make aggressive mistakes? No,
Gum
they look like they
sus.
come back in as a unit.
Yeah, the gum
Yeah,
is
that's
kind of
That's
Retake,
kinda
they only lost
sus.
one man after that point.
You know what? It's pretty easy to be comfortable when you're 10-3 up, and now
True.
11-3 kind of only gets worse.
Well,
Look at what
Zom's got
Sentinels
one
have to
kill,
play with
that's
in
what
this round.
matters.
They've gone for another full buy. Of course they have. But it's with Spectres, a Guardian, and another
happens.
Spectre on Zombs. It's a little bit shaky, to say the least. They're going to try to isolate these close-range angles on the A side. There are Viper walls absolutely everywhere, but that gives Sentinels the ability.
Look at all
to
the
close in
Viper
on the side.
stuff.
Yeah.
Weaponry
Oh,
does
shit.
slightly favor them over
Oh
what
my
we're
God.
currently
I
seeing
hate
with
being
North,
sick
but
in this
online,
situation.
Kellogg's maybe gets
Like,
himself a
it's
kill,
impossible
but
to get to
actually, no, he's
plants.
picked up the orb, so he
That's
will have
annoying
his
as
blade
fuck.
storm. It's gonna
Look
be
like
down to
they're
that
not
battle
giving
of
him
the
any
flank.
opportunity
If he
to
falls, I
plant.
feel like this round looks very unlikely, but if he can get rid of Dapper, there's a good chance.
Still no plan, just a constant harassment of utility coming
still
towards
1 minute,
Sentinels.
though.
They managed to trade it back and keep the man advantage out of the hands of G2, but only for a moment. Shazam, the last
God.
alive, hunted
They're getting
down
bullied.
by Kellogg's to
Oof.
put it 12-3.
They're actually getting
This is an
bullied.
Uh-oh, this is
absolute
really bad
disaster
because
of a
this
map to
brings
kick off
momentum
the
into the
series
next
for
match, so
Sentinels.
hopefully they're not like
Zombs
tilted.
I mean, you can't even
Yeah,
point
so,
at
I mean,
him. The whole team has been
It's okay,
struggling.
This is a-
they're
And I
playoffs
think that
anyway,
guy had to
so.
retake
This
the
is
A
a
side,
very
like,
rare
the first 6
occasion
rounds, 7 rounds in a
where
row, he was in a 1v4.
Sentinels
So
have
I'm
been
not
this
even
much
gonna go
down,
there.
right?
The reality is G2
Yeah.
are just playing a better
So the
game.
question
They're
is, do they
outclassing
bounce back
Sentinels
from this?
on
Because they
ICEBOX.
don't experience it that often,
It's
right?
Yeah, we'll
unbelievable.
see.
It sets us up
I
for a
think
we'll
series
see.
and a half, that's for
another
sure,
1,000
with Sentinels having to fight
Yeah, I
from
think
a
it'll be
deficit.
fine.
For now, at
Because
least,
this is for
they're
seeding
looking for a
anyway, so it's
streak
not
of
like-
9 rounds in a row. I can't say I'm feeling too confident in it. They have managed to spot out Kellogg's in a pretty audacious spot. The Ice will use to give him the boost
It's
over
so
the
funny
top.
when
And
Maddie's typing on
Yeah,
Dapper's
definitely.
account mid-match,
also get
man.
his res online, so at least an ultimate to play with.
Don't
And
worry, guys. That's
Shazam,
Dapper's
if he
girlfriend
can get the one
on
on the
his
other
account.
side, he'll be looking at his blade storm.
Hey, Dapper.
Well, it
Is
starts
this why
out
you're
poorly
losing?
with
Because
Dapper
you're
going
typing
down.
in
That
Twitch chat
operator
at the
on
same
range,
time?
taking the kill. Mixwell might just have heard the drop. There's the distraction shot as he swings out wide. Sick is down. And, you know, okay, they might walk into the A site completely open if they go quick enough, but G2 have a 2-man advantage. They don't care about allowing a site take. They'll play the retake every day of the week.
They can afford to let this one go, not really wanting to take anything
Man,
too
I
risky
should've
at this stage.
cheered
A chance
earlier.
for what will be the biggest victory versus Sentinels
sorry.
on LAN on a map. Didn't have to think about that
feel
one for
so
long,
bad.
because they've only lost one other map. For now, though, Shazam looking to try and change that, but the trades come back so thick and so fast. This left all onto 10s. He's
All right,
giving it a damn
Tyson.
good go, but down to 24 HP. He
Oh,
will
he
heal
gets the
up,
reset.
and maybe he can keep them in it. It's him versus Kellogg's, the operator facing off against the
Oh.
Guardian, and Kellogg's will close it.
Entry.
A phenomenal map for
Entry.
G2 as
Entry.
they win 13-3.
What an incredible start to this series. G2 came up against N4Q, and they had
Damn.
completely shifted their play style. They had